Commencing Glubinka Dry. It's again like 4:30 in the morning. We've already got a motorcycle which has crashed into a tree. You should be able to get round now though, but I guess Falcon Assault might be unaware that he has crashed his motorcycle. So welcome Falcon Assault. I believe that's a new face of InukiTV, buying a load of individual infantry soldiers to move out on the map. We have loads of faces here in this 5v5 on this fantastic community map pack, which removes the water of the old Glubinka map rather than scroll through everyone. And in fact, we bloody shall will. We will scroll through everyone. We got Bob Sadaki, like sort of mid left, Ramulus, which should be middle, with Matiko, Matana, JR. Also, we have this. I think there might be a pathing problem in this game. So there's Death's Head, who's taking a rather scenic route, and by scenic I mean reversal route to the objective. He's got a load of infantry there as well. I feel like we're missing one player. It is Hanzi. No. It's the no. That is everyone. Fine. We got absolutely everyone there covered. As for the British that we're playing against, we have Paratroopers, Fast Legs, Bamboozled-o, and Mr. Vex, as well as Hansi. Oh my god, stop. Oh, this is brain fucking me completely. And also this hot water bottle, which I got for Christmas, by the way. It was like my only present. It's no longer hot, so it's completely worthless to me. We got a fantastic grenade there. That was the rifle grenade from Paratrooper SS. There are some sandbags down. Unfortunately, this guy was not able to make it to that single individual sandbag. We need to make sure that we have coverage over here, by the way. That can cause a lot of sneaking problems later on. Now, with this removal of the water, the dynamics of this map is going to be a lot more different. There's going to be a lot more infantry capabilities, I would say, over in this middle, because they can move in. Same goes for tanks as well. There's just more maneuverability for all forces on the map, for all players. On my way, Falcon. I don't know where he's on his way to. I would love to be able to draw on the map. The new call to arms, a fantastic flank here. Now, this is a hill, and there are ridges on either side, so it makes sense that these infantry soldiers can use this ridge to approach and then chuck grenades over. Pinging... No, we're not escaping that one's grasp. We have Flak 38 on its way. I love this side of the map. This side of the map really appeals to me, with a lot of buildings, a bit of not too much heavy cover like these walls, but mostly just buildings, a grenade skyrocketing into the sky, and yes, burn. That's not Hansi. What the hell are you talking about, Hansi? I'm struggling to... I wish there was some way to discern where the heck the players were in the game. But now we are seeing some fanning out action from Falcon Assault. That is good. Making sure no one will get by is important. The right hand side is seeing an assault squad from Death's Head moving into this area. I believe that there's quite a lot of British soldiers to actually clear out. There's that assault squad leader with the rifle grenade. He's a pretty key target to fight against. We also have the German forces assaulting down this road here, so it's not quite a pincer move, but there could be some rooms to actually attack from two flanks soon enough. If Death's Head keeps putting on, he's got like a reserve force back here. He just keeps pressuring this area around here, and he'll eventually get round and shoot these guys from the side. We got a lot of British forces in the centre now. It's quite a lot of infantry, loads of infantry from both sides at the moment. Do they really want to expenditure any armaments and armoured units? I don't know, though. We do have a brilliant Jeep out here, which is just getting utterly destroyed by this MG. Is it in this building? Oh no, it's the flank. Oh, it's the MG on the bike, which is actually destroying that from this distance, just hiding there behind the tree. We also have a half-track move in here. That's been taken out. No good there. Do we have a AT rifle around? Yes, we do. There he is, right in there. That's the guy that took out the half-track. We've got a vehicle movement over on the right, another half-track from Mr. Vex. This time round, darting down the road. Isn't going to discover too much around this area, though. There's like one soldier inside this building, I believe. And it's highly unlikely that the half-track's going to be able to see that. There is a passenger back here, by the way. Who is the dark passenger who is getting off? It's a militiaman. It's a solo militiaman. He's going to infiltrate solely into that back lines there. I wonder how that will go. We have a light pack 41 going in there. Also another flak 38. Here comes the half track, by the way. The 41 could just set itself down now. Death's Head, put it down there. Death's Head. It's just, really, does the half track not see that? Now the half track does have very limited sight range. The Pack 41 not. Yeah, has to move to rotate it. We crash into there, and the AT rifleman takes a shot at that one as well. There we go, the explosion of the half track. That means we're not going to be able to actually obtain that 50 cal on there. We have a Daimler armored car moving in on this left-hand point, and, well, I don't see too much here to counter this. We could have an AT infantry soldier back here. That would be a nice place for it. But other than that, like, the AT rifleman guy is already down, and there's absolutely nothing coming from the spawn on this left-hand side. This guy needs help. We need help. Please, crew injured. Nicely does it. I don't know how he achieved that one, though, but we have a Panzer III, which could go on the assist on this point. He should really do that and then maybe come back to focus over here on the middle point. Currently 6 points to the Germans, ahead by 2 single individual points. Well, two individual points. That's just 2 points. So, oh, the Flak 38 got kind of pounded. It's not operational now. We'll try and fix that. You can see the veteran sniper helping out there. He's got a sniper to find and shoot himself. There's lots of places for a sniper to be. We got loads of sandbags up here too. It is highly likely that he's behind one of them. One red dot on the map shows that there is somebody in here. So perhaps we're all just going to fire into the window an entire Volksturm squad. That guy's staying prone in there, maintaining the low. We have a saboteur on the field for Bamboozle, though. Gee, we're making sure that he's not going by. Good coverage there. Definitely great play from Death's Head, making sure no one's coming around to sneak by and take out high priority targets later on in the game, like artillery. The Daimler falls down to a J. That is probably not the same J. No, it is not. It's a different J entirely. In fact, we got an armored car 222 coming in here from the Germans as well, which could put on a counter assault to this point. It would be pretty neat to force off the Brits from this area. This seems like a really decent place to hold out, and that is exactly what paratroopers is going to do. He's going to move up to these sandbag lines and just hold them off for as long as possible. Be really irritating. I do see that maybe there is a fault in the line, though. If paratroopers keeps pushing up there, how's his defense line going to look here? That's something we need to check out. In the meantime, though, the Germans have managed to push all the way up to this zone here. They're doing pretty good on the middle zone as well. It seems like they could probably man some of these sandbags and hold out yet again. Again, clearing these lines just on the hills might be very important. Those snipers are just constantly going to pick away. Ow, 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 bye-bye, 222. I've got a little itch under my arm. The snipers will, like mortars, you've seen me in my Let's Play, or if you have seen me in my Let's Play, I tend to do a very good mortar tactic where I get an very early mortar. I rely on my teammates to take care of the armor, and I'll set it down with the bazooka, and it's sort of like a trap. If anyone wants to try and run it over, I'll take out a vehicle. And that mortar, the longer it survives, the more drain it puts on the enemy. It is exactly the same with the snipers, only they're more difficult to find, and you usually end up having to counter sniper with sniper, and then it's all about who has the better sniper play, which I kind of fail at, unfortunately. We got a vehicle approaching. It's a Mark 8 Cromwell. That is 8. Yes, it is Mark 8 Cromwell. And it's found itself a Flak 48, which is run, Flak 48. You've got to make it out of there. And probably gone into the fog of war now. And the Germans just continuing to press up. They do obtain that point. Matico Montana Jr. saying, perfect. What is perfect? I guess he was on about this capture point here. He still has to worry about this Cromwell, though. There's not too much counters for it. We got a Flak 37. Okay, we have a perfect counter to a Cromwell. This is going to work very nicely for Ramilus. And when will the shot fire? It just skims right over the top, whoosh, of the turret. The Cromwell, though, doesn't seem to have realized the danger. Its turret is damaged now. It needs to find itself a nice, cozy sack to hug. and that is going to be down in this ditch if it can escape there. Maybe the G is going to run in and finish it off. No, the 37 is going to do that, and it explodes gloriously. I love it many much. The J's down on the left. I'm kind of liking the wreckage so far of this battlefield. There's a lot of corpses. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I like the corpses. Yeah, as if I've got like a knife and fork ready. Maybe this commando unit does. He tosses a grenade. I didn't see that guy's health bar go down. Incoming a militia level squad though. Should be okay to deal with if only we send in all of the infantry back here though. Currently they are busy farming the field. There we go. They've been ordered forth. We've got a commando unit coming in here as well, so we're going to see some epic battles. Is this being repaired? The 50 cal has been taken off it. That's disappeared somewhere. The commando unit is just standing up, spraying bullets all into this machine gun here, allowing one of the commando soldiers to go up and toss a grenade. In fact, two soldiers. Why is my shirt tucked in? I don't know why that is tucked in. Hidden soldier back here, though. The squad leader is picking off guys as they run across. Unfortunately, these guys are just too strong. Not strong enough, though. A single rifleman shot to the head is all it took just to finish off that guy. We've got a flank coming in here. Wow, this is like a really heavy flank from these soldiers. They're trying to prop down their sandbags. I think the terrain is a little bit difficult to fire over, though. Regardless, they're moving in, getting closer. I'm going to re-obtain these sandbags. In the meantime, maybe we could see some infantry soldiers actually come up on the angle here. And once these guards aren't looking, chuck over a grenade. That would be pretty sweet. You gotta remember that one soldier can only look in one direction, and when he's looking in that direction, he is completely oblivious to the behind and sides. There's that field of view. Obviously, you've noticed that if you fire or make sounds, the soldiers themselves tend to look in the direction of where that sound was produced. So you can actually do distract tactics in this game, and I've pulled it off like very rarely. But if you can find opportunities like that where you can distract a load of soldiers and make them think you're firing or approaching from a different angle, then you can come from the other angle and easily you can even melee them in the back of the neck. And it'll take them out. And you know how much I love melee. Just look at how many machine guns we've got set up on this hill. A Cromwell's coming down. He needs to address his teammates, by the way, because that 37, which is 37, there you go, there's the 37. Easily killing that. This is just a tank dead zone right now. You cannot do this. We could really see some 17-pounders maybe propped up on this hill. That would kind of work. Mere distractions, Hansi, mere distractions. That's what we kind of saw earlier. Unfortunately, Hansi isn't over here. Hansi is somewhere over on the right-hand side of the map. VP4H goes down. Danced it, and it went down to, there we go, it's the, it's a 3.7 inch. That's a great thing as well to bring in. And you can see that the, what the fucking physics of hell is this? This doesn't work out nicely. The Bren carrier is somehow pushing that Cromwell down the hill. Half-track drops a load of units and then blows up. Oh, a wonderful dive there. He doesn't land in the zone though. He does do a strange flip in the dirt. There goes the Bren carrier, no longer able to assist. Not that it was assisting back behind that Cromwell. And now it seems like the British will be able to at least make a dent, just a dent in this. This is the best we can hope for. It seems like a very solid line of defense for the Germans at the moment, especially with the MG. They got paratroopers set up here. I don't see too many MGs. What they got on this hill, by the way? It looks like one sniper. Just one sniper. I think that's safe as well. Nope. Yep. One sniper out at a time is usually an ample numbers. Although I do see players like who is it? The guy which is like a total dick to everyone on the forums somehow. I don't know how that is. Shooter. I've seen Shooter and his crew often get like loads of snipers out, and it is very deadly. Although one sniper can counter them all. And you remember, they're microwing 4 snipers at a time. It's draining. It can be very draining to babysit that amount of snipers. An excellent grenade there from Darb Zadushi, and then he just runs straight back behind his cover, not to be taken out there. We got a few infantry soldiers just trying to prone themselves up this hill and get close enough as that soldier burns out. That's it. Make it to the point. You can still help capture this point. It is not lost yet. In the meantime, ooh, the Tetrarch. We just catch that exploding. I believe that was the 222 firing at that. Really? No way. No the heck way was that the 222. Plenty of infantry around here. There is some sneaking opportunities still available on the left-hand side. A lot of British soldiers missed a Vex here, grouped up, and look at the positioning of these German soldiers. They're all behind these houses, scattered quite a lot, so there's just so much intelligence gathering, and the buildings are perfect for it. If you can scatter yourselves around these buildings, if you see a soldier running up here, then there's like two distant angles that he'll be fired and shot on. We have an excellent choice of tank here, the Churchill tank. It should be able to get in a lot closer to these buildings without having to worry, and it'll be excellent for supporting. We got flares down here on the sandbags. Great use of flares, by the way, is to clear out sandbags, because sandbags, I don't know if you've noticed, but they can't really move and dodge. Epic backflips yet again. We've got a militia squad moving in, a Volksturm squad rather. They're recruit class infantry. I don't like calling them tier 1. Tier 1 doesn't sound very World War II-y, does it now? We've got a mortar here as well, all the way there. So the mortar is just here to try and secure this zone. It looks like it's been told to attack ground around here, however, right on top of all the sandbags. It really needs to adjust its sights at the moment. I wonder if we've got any officers in play. We've got a few soldiers moving up here into this zone, but they are just being picked apart by those snipers. No chance for them. And a huge explosion back here. What the heck was that? The sniper? Was that a sniper that died? No, I think that was a sniper kill. I was looking at the top left-hand corner. You know the corner where you guys are like, Inuki, look at that corner. I can't. There's too much stuff going on. It's a 5v5 for crying out loud. Wait, the thing scrolls too fast. So we got a retreat going here from paratroopers. It looks like he's decided that actually I don't want to defend this zone as much as I intentionally wanted to. He was on the early game aggressor, but now he's finding himself up against a 222 and a J from Falcon Assault. Plenty of infantry around here as well. We also got a Marder free back here. A lot of armored, well, not really armored, just vehicles. In comes a Matilda. Matilda versus Marder, however, shouldn't be a good matchup. Surely the Marder should definitely win this one, but the Marder needs to move and get its ass into gear. It can't kill what it can't get in range to shoot. It's as simple as that. The 37, by the way, the Ramilus is just keeping this constantly out of the way until he needs to bring it in, needs to surprise the enemy approaching from different angles, and he's using that truck to do that as well. Excellent uses of the trucks. Flares down here. Didn't look like it got a single bit of infantry. Infantry just retreating out of that. It's difficult to say what, like, if I'm looking from the British point of view, what they can do on that middle point. I mean, the ultimate and only suggestion that most people would come up with is artillery, and artillery is always fantastic to have. And yeah, here it comes. The larger compositions, you know, 44, 55, always don't always have like everyone with artillery, but you can definitely have like 2 bits of artillery and not sort of compromise your overall command points, and that will be useful for the entire team. Don't just use it on your sector alone. And in return, those guys should try and help you out with vehicles and stuff, sweeping out infantry squads, because you're going to be 10 CP like tops, or at least 10 CP out from having artillery. That's just the basic non-vehicle one. The Matilda is running in here trying to clear up, but an excellent Panzerfaust 100 is it's called. Was there different versions of the Panzerfaust? And that was the 100th one? I don't know why it's called 100. The numbers are a little bit, yeah, plucked out of thin air to me on that scenario. But again, comments. Oh, we do kind of have Neville Werfers firing down. Seems like a lot of them favor this here. Actually, those are the Panzerwerfers. That's the vehicle version, which is... It takes a different load of rockets and seems to be a bit more deadly. Also a bit more precise as well, as you see. But I can't take that statement to be true. That's just from experience. It seems to hit in the same place fairly often. The Churchill 7 has received turret damage. No doubt that's got something to do with the 37 around here somewhere, I say, somewhere. Oh, where's the FH-18, the heavy field howitzer, which is going to provide a lot of support. and bomb all of this here. So we do have like 2 sets of artillery. We've got a Nebelwerfer and that heavy artillery gun for the Germans, and that's really all you need. Like, just, you don't have to win all the sides of the map, which currently the Germans kind of are doing. They are still maintaining field presence. Ramela's trying to crawl up into this zone to keep the enemy from actually neutralizing that. Did we have a grenade in that pothole there? Just guesstimating right now. Hansi in the center with fast legs fast down. It's a shame. It really is, but the half-track's still alive. Quick, someone man that half-track and drive it into the zone. It's like morale points at the very least, but the snipers are just so good at covering this sector. What the Brits really need to do is somehow get a sniper up into these trees, and or bomb the crap out of the area. I think that one works much better than... Did we get the better sniper? Yes, we did. There he is. His corpse is just dangling off the cliff edge. Looks like we got a lot of infantry forces around this area here, but they have been unable to advance for a very, very long time. So I don't expect them to advance any further now. I know it's kind of a sad thing to say with regards to player skill, but evaluating the players is something that's very important. If you believe that your player is going to play very defensively, then you can expect his offensive abilities to be pretty sucky. And as soon as you've taken that zone, you can sort of relax a bit more. We had a tiger on the field. Keyword, had a tiger. It's being repaired now, unfortunately. That's another thing that should be... Yes, I got it. Now, this is a recommendation that everyone will agree with, at least on this one. The icons on the map, you see these triangles here, which represent vehicles. I think maybe we could have a bit more diverse icons. Now, I'm not saying an icon for every individual unit, but for example, we got a half-track here. We should mark that with a light vehicle symbol, like a truck symbol. And then maybe another light vehicle, like a bike or a jeep symbol. Or a jeep would probably suffice for the jeep and bike class. And then we have light vehicle symbol, a medium vehicle symbol, a heavy, and a super heavy, or a hero point symbol. And then sort of the same with infantry. Perhaps squad leaders and just regular infantry, because the 4 class of tiers would be too much. I think we had a half-track attempt here from Hansi. The TNT drop, as I like to call it, against the Stew. And the Stew is fantastic. It's got a long reload time, so if you time it right, you can do that. Hansi, no! I'm sorry, Hansi. Just didn't work out. But hey, on the bright side, the Brits did manage to capture this sector here. Fast Legs is using those fast legs to actually push up into these trenches. He's being aggressive, and that's good. He's manning the foxholes in the ground, and that should be a real nuisance to the enemy infantry approaching this sector. This is looking like the highlight target of the Churchill. I guess the 37 is being brought into position. It needs to get a bit closer though, and then we'll see how this works out though. I believe that it looks like if it props itself on this hill that we were to fire, but I instantly know as soon as that does fire, the enemy's artillery will be zoning in on that location, and it will just want to take that out fully. The 37 is a big, juicy target that you just cannot resist to fire your artillery at. So whenever you get the opportunity, is it swinging itself round? Yes, it is firing. It looks like it hit the tree there. No, it hit right there. Track damaged even before the 37 starts firing. Next shot, please. It's just not doing any good. Here comes that artillery, by the way. Now, interesting to see what Ramilus will do against this. Will he be wanting to bail out? Or was it just a random shot? I think it was just a random explosion. That wasn't artillery at all. That's a shame. I was expecting to see some awesome stuff there. A ton of events for the Brits to look forward to. Now, the Brits do seize the majority amounts of assault zone so far. Which fucked my tiger? What fucked you? I missed that, damn it. The tiger's still alive, though. Saboteur? Who's been sneaking in my territory? We gotta look out, though. Is it pinging over here as well? There's lots of cover here. I know that. Here it is, here it is, here it is! Will anyone get off here? See, he's firing. He chucks a grenade. It explodes. Another grenade. Will this one be the one to finish it off? A paratrooper incoming. He's going to fire some shots. That militiaman. You remember that militiaman from very, very early on in the game? The one that got the half track? Say hello. This guy has scored a heavy artillery gun. And it's also noticed that there is a Pack 43 on the field, which is also going to be an equally kick-ass target to fire artillery. Straight away that's being fired on this location, and it's trying to back out. We had a Cromwell. Maybe it is the Cromwell, the howitzer Cromwell that's trying to fire on that target. And Pack 43's gonna have a gander. I mean, it's risky. Unfortunately, what a great move there from Hansi, moving infantry up to finish off the Tiger tank. It's pretty sweet that he's noticed that there is no infantry in that area there. The 43 easily disposes of that Cromwell. Surprisingly enough, the Churchill is still alive, though, and takes out the truck. No longer is that truck going to be able to pull out that 43, and the 43 is just so vulnerable. Even if you gave that 2 minutes for an infantry soldier to get there, I believe that he just would not have been able to get that out of there. I do tend to like getting different trucks, by the way. Like I sometimes just go get a half track instead to carry the Pack 43. It's a lot faster than that stupid goddamn truck. And then load that truck with Sturm Tiger rounds individually and just drive it into the enemy, because the truck for some reason seems to be pretty armored. Oh yeah, do you know if you've played Command & Conquer Red Alert or Command & Conquer Red Alert Retaliation for the PlayStation, they had the demo trucks. That's what the German trucks remind me of, the demo trucks, and that's how you should think of them as well. If you decide to get an ammo truck and you've got one of those lying around, you literally just load that with explosives and run around dropping them, and when they hopefully explode, you'll have this big, huge fireworks show. I know, it's nice. We have paratroopers trying to get back into the middle. The Brits doing also very well. This Bren carrier, not to be underestimated, to be underestimated. It is now dead, unfortunately. But we are pinging this target back here. We must be a 17-pounder or a Centurion tank from Mr. Vex. Now, perhaps the 37 could swing around here, but it is overly dangerous, too dangerous I would say, to bring it around here and get a good flank shot on that armor. So really our options are to wait for the opponents to make a mistake. They'll probably be somewhat aggressive at some point with the Centurion, I don't know, but at least it's hanging back there at the moment. And we can get some tanks which can engage that from long range. Those snipers from the Brits, Hansi disposing of Brandenburgers. It's going to be very, very painful. The Brits are making their move, however, on this sector here. They've already made a few moves, as you can see by the tanks, which are scattering the field. Adding a half-track corps to that wreckage as well. We got a Comet over here. We no longer have a Comet over here. We no longer have a J over here. That was a Piat. And every time I think Piat, I always think, Piat, motherfucker. I don't know why. Samuel L. Jackson is always with the Piats whenever I fire them. I don't know. It's one of those things. Interesting Nebel position. It's so defensive. We even got a bike back here. We could drive that bike in, by the way, and hope for the best. But in the meantime, it seems like the Panzerfaust are being used to dig up sand for our sand castles. And you see, God was not happy with that decision, and God said, well, I'm going to howitzer strike you. And now we've got a squad which are kind of completely baffled by the concept of, oh my fucking god, there is many dangers here, and just kind of sit tight. The artillery is landing just away from them, but I'm just expecting one round to land here. Just one round to land here. Come on! Oh, the volleys have ended now. We got a half-track all the way over here. The Churchill has burnt itself in the middle. No, it's still going. It's flaming, though, and that just looks so awesome from a distance. Like, I saw it there. Isn't that sweet? That is pretty sweet. Don't argue. That is sweet. 222 is moving up here now. I don't think the turret of the Churchill is exactly broken, so we got to be careful of that. Regardless, though, it is a great position for a 2-2-2 to dispose of all that infantry just on the opposite side of the hill. We can pull that away now if we so choose to. Quick glance at that Churchill says to me that the turret appears to be kind of scathed. We do have a 17-pounder back there. The Centurion has been taken out, though, and in comes a Puma. Out goes a Puma. What is it with me in calling tanks nowadays? Like, as soon as I say Puma, it just explodes. Maybe I should attempt this. Panther. No, it didn't explode, you see, but it is trying to take out that Churchill. What's the artillery support? And takes out the 17-pounder. Yeah, the 17-pounder is gone. And we also have a barrage of shots hitting this Churchill. The Churchill certainly must be able to freaking withstand this damage, but why? I don't know. The Churchill is just so strong. Like, it doesn't even die to flares. It's not going to die to a Panther. We do have a 43 back here, though. Finally explodes. Congratulations to the Panther. We have something which is just entirely surrounded. Handsy with a risky plays. Like, seriously, look at the map here. And I don't believe this is going to get away. We should really honestly get inside of the half-track to prevent that from exploding. It's going to be kind of close, though. I think he's got it. We got artillery firing down here, and that guy is just squirming. He's like, trapped, help me. Using great use of this half-track steel, using it to escape with a 43. Again, I'm gonna not say units' names now. Apparently, that just doesn't help this team. Although I'm not really for or against any team at all, but it just doesn't seem to be helping anyone. We got flares down here, so means we got a really aggressive radio op. There he is, making a run for it, but we've got a load of infantry which is just going to charge over the hill. The Panzer Grenadiers take him out. That's a free radio op there that we could steal. Please steal it. Easily avoiding that radio op route. With the Panther, keeping his front armor straight towards the enemy. Not that there is anything that can fire back at this Panther at the moment. Hiccup takes a shot at the Matilda. Yeah, I have hiccups now. I know, it's got to that stage in the game. We are like half an hour in the game or something, maybe a bit more, due to the slight lag. Nice Neville barrage here, but it could have been swung over to the left a lot more. What I'm trying to say is it wasn't really that nice. I guess there was the limitations of the Neville being placed back here. If Death's Head moves it up, which he is doing now, he should be able to get greater coverage of the centre and the right-hand side of the map. And I don't believe that the enemy has too much. Oh, we got an AVRE on the field. How will the Panther want to deal with this, by the way? I'm interested to see what the AVRE's intentions are. Is it just... Does it want to just clear out infantry? Does it just want to... I mean, honestly, I would just like to sit it right here. The only problem with that is you're exposing yourself to a lot of shots from this side of the map, which the Germans do control, although a lot of vehicles have perished here. The AVI makes its way up. We got an all-econ, a lot of infantry moving up to support as well. AVI... God damn it, you're so slow. I could say your name like 80 times before you get here, very slowly. Artillery explosions happening in the background over there, and I just want to... Where's that Panther gone? It's backing away. The Panther doesn't want to play here. Running over its own Brandenburger soldier is not my idea of fine play, Bob Zadushi, but incoming a lot of Panzerfaust straight on to the Churchill. We have some very bad news here. Taking out the track, which means literally this tank is a sitting duck now. Incoming the second Panzerfaust from Death's Head and the third one from Ramilus. It's still not enough though. The tracks are damaged. Maybe we can do an AT grenade. We do have a second Panzerfaust. No, the AT grenade was selected when that soldier exploded. Regardless though, we got some more anti-tank units. Oh, we even have flamethrowers here for the Brits. What excellency. Bomb, yeah, we need a bomb. We need a bomb of Nebelwerfers and stuff like that. The Yarg Panther should perhaps come down here and take a shot at this from the front, but I guess it's just too much to ask. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I guess exposing itself to all this nasty stuff over here. In goes the Panzerwerfer. Didn't look like it got many targets though, however. That's a shame. We got a 43 back here covering the left-hand side as well from any enemy tanks approaching. Neville landing down again on this area here. There wasn't anything here last time. What makes you think there's stuff here last time? Don't waste those barrages, guys. Unless you feel like you're going to get a lot of stuff. You got to make them last and worth. In fact, making them last longer is probably just as important as making them worthwhile. The two kind of come in hand though. Because like, if you're just firing and wasting them, then that's manpower that is being wasted on ammo trucks replenishing that stockpile. In which case, you kind of screw yourself over late game. We had a sniper here taking out this tank commander. The British snipers are still up and living, by the way. We had a Panzer Shrek here, which didn't look like it did any good against that Churchill Avra. I wonder if the AVRE can fire, by the way. Incoming a Goliath to finish the job from Matiko. Matiko is engaging monster mode. I hope, I wish him all the best. You have to wish anyone with a Goliath the best. Notice how I said Goliath and it exploded. That's a shame, but the AVRE there disposing of that, that's literally a bomb squad tank. Incoming another 43. This is like the fourth 43 in the game now. This is a new patch, by the way. Some of the stuff has changed in the patch. I believe that the 43 costs more now or something like that. I can't remember all of the patch notes. Hey, I can get a Sturm Tiger. Wow, Sturm Tiger versus Churchill AVRE. I would like to see that fight happen. Once upon a time, I recorded the game, by the way. Unfortunately, my hard drive then failed as well. And it was Brits versus Americans. And at one moment, there was a Churchill Crocodile versus a Sherman Crocodile. And the Churchill won by about 0.1 second. Like, both of them exploded. Both of them flamed each other, and both of them exploded. But similarly here, my hard drive has failed, so yet again, with the money that I earn from doing these videos, I'm going to have to buy yet another hard drive to replace the faulty one. Western Digital, by the way, not doing too good on hard drives for me. I don't know why that is. Anyway, we've got Romulus retreating back here. Just trying to avoid artillery fire. I believe it looks like they're focused on this area here, though. We've got a truck moving in. This truck is going to be used as deadly cover. It could explode. It's full of ammo and delicious stuff. It's like a big treaty wheels. Ooh, I'm not tired, though. The AVRE is prepared to die. Again, notice how I say AVRE and it blows up. I know that I said like AVRE 1,000 times, but you'd think, what the hell is this doing here? The King Tiger of the tank of nightmares with a Panther, a 37, numerous 43s against like whatever the hell that is, or whatever the, like, why? I don't understand this. The King Tiger, Jagdpanther as well. This is just literally overkill for the Germans, and this is probably why they're losing. There's too much anti-tank, not enough infantry. Overall, the CP is just not going to work out for them. They're not going to be able to send infantry into the zone unless his artillery is the one to clear it all out for them. That could very well work, but I don't believe in this right now. Honestly, you just should send this King Tiger into this central point here and try and hold off for as long as possible with the machine gun on top and the turret machine gun and stuff like that, and really bait your opponent into attacking it. Make it an ideal target for them to go in, not like turning your engine, but make it obvious that that is what they should be focusing on. So completely obvious that they don't even decide to think about it and say, hang on a minute, that King Tiger isn't really that important, and we can just go over here and take this point, or go over here and take this point, which are relatively weak for the Germans. Look at how many green dots we have. Not too much at all. So we'll see where the concentration of efforts for the Brits is going to be, but Honestly, if they're going to focus on the areas with these tanks, I can see them losing the game. However, if I see them focusing on alternate areas of attack, I believe the Brits will fully win this. That is if to say that the Germans don't actually move on to this point with any of their tanks and do something about it. Because you can see there's like one and a half squads moving in on this point. Like, not much at all, and hardly any infantry coverage. With a few guys here in pits, Panzer Grenadiers, a whole tank crew which are going to assault this. We also got sneaky little AT infantry soldier. Go away, Yords! I'm not fucking tired. This is an exciting game, damn it. Yeesh. So, like I said, if you don't remember, or you've just tuned in, however that works, and you just put like the marker on this point here, it's like 5 AM in the morning now. So I'm still raring to do some more games after this. I hope these guys are. I'd like to see a rematch happen on a different map. There's not many 5v5 maps though, however. I would think though we could do the same map in reverse. I would not mind that at all. In the meantime though, all the British soldiers are dying except for this brave soldier here who is bravely running away with his flamethrower to not explode into flames and destroy all of his friends. That's why he's running away. He's running away for the safety of his own team because he may kill them. In any case, look at all of the useful stuff happening right now. So many use. We got a few vehicles popping up into yonder. A priest here, a Cromwell, a double Cromwell. Oh, I see the Panther is actually firing through there to hit that Cromwell tank. Did it actually get it though? The Centurion is actually being hit. That's trying to be resurrected. I guess that's what the Panther wanted to finish off, but somehow managed to hit that Cromwell back there. So 2 howitzer tanks actually firing to the center here, which is excellent for denying infantry. These tanks perhaps should, I don't know, force a response over here. Try and move up on this path. I can't see like any AT guns having a viable time here, so as long as we have infantry coverage over here whilst that tank moves up here, we could do some pretty good stuff. Clear the way with light vehicles. It's going to have to be a team effort. No one person can do this by themselves. It will at least take like 2 or 3 players. We've got snipers still around in this area as well. The sniper play from the Brits has been excellent. They're constantly picking off guys all over the place. The Germans do, however, manage to actually capture this area, which is a surprise to me as well. We shall see a Brit response soon. Surely they are not out of CP. Surely they're not out of manpower just yet. And they can bring in a squad in there. And they don't have to deal with too much as well. Like, there's hardly anything around here. I'm wondering if that radio operator, by the way, ever got picked up. There seems to be a crate here. I don't know if that's pick-upable. It is pick-upable by the looks of things. We should pick that up and put it elsewhere so it doesn't get blown up in all of the damaging explosions which are just bound to occur. The Yard has been destroyed. Hansi yet again finding holes in the enemy line and taking out high priority targets. That guy is just such a baller right now. So like this guy. Oh, it's Hansi again. Hansi is doing all of the bold plays. Going in with the flamethrower to burn all of the soldiers inside these, well, all of the potential hidden threats inside of the foxholes. We got the Panzerwerfer being pinged. I feel that maybe there's some sort of threat incoming here, some sneaky stuff. I have to be careful of that one. There is a tank commander guarding this, however. Not doing a very good job, though. He should probably hug this and look outwards. I guess guarding isn't really the first skill that you think about doing in games like this. Like, who like focuses their energy on like guarding individual units? We could maybe get like an individual SMG there to sort of help out on the guarding as well. But there's plenty of other targets to go take out. There's surely a vast amount of knowledge that has been data mined there for the Brits earlier in the game. I don't know if they're going to be pinging like crazy though. I always ping like crazy You see something, just ping it, and everyone will go look at it, and they try and remember what's there. So surely that 43 has been pinged at some point. We've got a lot of German infantry moving into this middle point to face off against the few soldiers that Fast Legs has, and Hansi as well, and Hansi again. I think that was like one soldier from Fast Legs. Two! An amazing two! Welcome to the game, Fast Legs. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time, Mr. Vex there, with the Centurion. Looks like it's returning fire to the Panther, but there's also a King Tiger here too. Takes out the track of the Centurion. This is not a good place for the Centurion to be. There's no match for the King Tiger whatsoever, but its front armor seems to be doing relatively well so far. More and more infantry now coming from the Brits, appearing from that fog of war, moving into the zone. 71 points to the Brits, 64 to the Germans. They only have a bit more way to go. These 5v5s are turning out to be pretty awesomely balanced, by the way. Oh, an artillery explosion. That was the 25-pounder, by the way. Maybe we had the Royal Artillery Brigade picked as a hero point for the Brits, or like there's going to be 50 hero points in total amongst them. The Panzerwerfer being ordered to shoot at mid. You can see the turrets are moving, and here we go. It almost, I would have opted to go a bit over this side. There was more infantry over there, but we do have a second barrage, and the second barrage is going straight on this hill. It takes out 3 machine gunners. Holy crackers, 3 machine gunners up here. I mean, it's great places for machine gunners. Surprisingly enough, this area got neutralized as well, which means the Germans are still not taking up any points. They are in negative assault zones. Fast Legs is scattering out his infantry soldiers amongst all of the rocks and boulders. Still, however, we could possibly use a few more infantry soldiers just in this area here. There might be, we just can't see. A few vehicles moving up here. We've got a Firefly taking shots at the side. I see that the Panther is not looking too good here. It has been completely decimated by that Firefly, most likely. The King Tiger also rotates his armor. It doesn't want to take a side hit from the Firefly. Fireflies are pretty powerful, but I believe that the armor is still pretty damn good. We got a Daimler coming in here. It wants to play with the Stu-42. Only, oh, it main guns it. No, that is very good indeed, and this is going to be so easy for the Daimler to move around here now. And if it sees this target here, it should really take out that. Unfortunately, though, it blows up from the Flak 37 before that can even happen. Good job, 37. Lag. Yeah, there was a big lag spike there, and Hansi 66 died in it. He would most likely have died regardless of that lag, so let's not too quick to say that, oh, I saw a sneaky little infantry soldier again. I guess that was one of the tank crewmen. If he just laid low, he could have took TNT out of there, come all the way around here and said, hi, friend, blew it up. Go away, nasty yawn, people. I don't want to yawn anymore. It's just not time to yawn. It's time to commentate. I'm seeing that there's some action now going off on both flanks here. Maybe there's been an executive order on the communication devices of the Germans saying that we should lead with a veteran sniper. Yes, although, in all fairness, there is a Panzer Grenadier standing right in front of him. But, yeah, snipers can be aggressive units too. Now we can see the sniper actually try and kick into play, targeting these guys behind the sandbags. Already some of them taking cover, permanent cover, laying down prone, which allows our soldiers to move up and toss grenades back behind them. We've got a long sandbag line down here on the road, covering this point. But it's not a problem for the Germans just to hide behind this ridge and actually just stay there. They can take the point. It's not a problem. We got half track moving up here on the right, and it is going into really super late game now. And you'll find that light units, light vehicles, can be really devastating if you put them in the right places, because you gradually take out more and more vehicles. The vehicles eventually die. You just cannot seem to help it. Doing a... what is that? That's not a wheelie, is it? Wheelies are that way. So that's a front wheelie. Is it a front wheelie? I don't know. Hull pierced, though, from... what was that? Was that a Pak 41? It was. Wow, what a great place for a Pak 41. And we could probably go run into that half track right now if we were ever so daring to. But I guess that is not... we don't want to play. We had 80 infantry here as well, so that was never really going to do anything. Another truck! Wow! Hell yeah! I mean, that was the best truck death I've ever seen. I don't know, if I was going to mark that out of 10, I'd mark that freaking awesome 10. Like, so many 10s for that. We got a Crusader. The first Crusader of the game, I believe. I've not seen a Crusader. Like, they're usually pretty popular tanks for the Brits to use, but I guess in this map... No, I can't see how they would be bad in this map as well. They are being taken out by 37s, though. Falcon Assault. Interesting place for a 47, though, but not a bad place at all. The Cromwell, if that actually tries to get a bit closer, I think... No, I think it's still going to have extreme difficulties getting close enough to that to take it out. But one well-placed shot would destroy it. Similarly, though, I believe the Cromwell howitzer tank would also die from one shot from a 37. So a bit too risky. I would not like to chance those odds. But you could probably do it from this hill here. And if you get the right angle, you can be behind the hill, since the Cromwell will fire in an arc. The 37 does not. We got a Luke's out here, the first Luke's of the game. Being spied upon by this OYD Bedford car, which has a speed of 36. In comes... Oh, it's going to run over the paratrooper. Unfortunately, it was unable to make it, and the paratrooper... He would gladly sacrifice his life to take out a truck. That truck was on its way to blow up all of German's creations. Literally everything that they had left. I don't think these units have moved at all. We should probably see if we can help out other sectors. The Germans, again, they're coming back into this game. I believe they've just taken the middle point, which means they are back into the positives. We got a flamethrower taking out a Luke's. No. It's not going to be the flamethrowers. Kill that one. We got the Centurion, which again is back to the land of the dead. A Wolverine back here. I know it's Achilles, but it's very similar to a Wolverine, so you can't blame me for that one. You drove on the one. What? I don't understand. There is a wrecked Panther there, though. Now that was fully uber destroyed. It was more destroyed now than it was before. I mean, it was like never coming back. We've got a 223 here, which is an act of desperation. No one gets 223s over 222s. 38s are back here as well to maintain the grasp of this point here, but it doesn't look like it's working. Fastlegs is entering this zone. He is crawling in those pits very slowly, not too fast. If he just could stay in that zone for a bit longer, he would extend the duration of this game into such huge amounts. This could be the longest game that could ever exist. It could potentially be one of those games. A J is moving in closer. It's found itself a priest tank, but there's also no. That's just a half track. That's not going to do crack to our J. The J is somewhat being cautious. Like, it's gone this far and it's not being killed. Why not just go the whole hog? The Achilles, though, is... I don't know, a J could take it out. Achilles surely don't have that much armor. The Cromwell is being fully repaired. Now being occupied. The 25-pounder has been found as well, so we've just finished that off. Incoming 80 grenade. We've gained excellent intel from that. Taking out a Cromwell 95mm. Unfortunately, we didn't fully destroy it, so it's probably not really worth it. But if we're really thinking about it, that Cromwell could do a lot of damage in this time, and timing is everything this later on in the game. Just like this, neutralizing, even capturing this is a pretty big deal right now. And we got a Crusader being repaired back there as well. The Germans continue to press up on this left-hand side and get ever closer to capturing this point. Again, big deals here. Oh god, what was that in my throat? Oh, I feel like a toast. Yeah. Speaking of toast, I like toast, and speaking of men of war, I like men of war too. A priest continues to fire. It's a shame that we weren't able to actually fire upon that before we got 80 grenaded. That pathing was maybe a bit too close to the Cromwell. We could have made sure that we weren't going to be hit by surprises behind there. Remember, line of sight is also an issue. Incoming British infantry to the centre, but it looks like they... No, in fact, they've all been defeated. Like, they must be hiding around here somewhere. Where are the Brit soldiers? Incoming 222, which will easily take out a priest with some engine hits. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And where is the... Like, there it is. There's the Piet. I was like, where is the defense of this? Good, good. We do have defense after all. A surviving tank crew member, though, is gonna pistol that Piet soldier, and the Piet soldier has just had enough of this. He just tries to rocket boost up himself, but unfortunately this is Men of War, not Delta Force or Quake. You know, it was Quake, wasn't it? Or Unreal Tournament. I forget it. I'm getting all my shooters mixed up now. Our infantry again. There's that flamethrower support from Hansi. Hansi knows that a flamethrower has just been doing so well for him. All of these pits are occupadoed, and here we go. This is just like a Bakewell oven now. Unfortunately, the flamethrower man dies, though. We should have sent over the squad entirely before that. It didn't really make a difference, though. This 38 upon this hill is too much of a big deal. If the Centurion could take a HE shot... Stop it! HE shot from the Centurion would really defeat that. Likewise, some priest shells or a 25 pounder. The priest, in fact, I just remembered that got completely owned by that 222. It should still be alive though, just need of repairs. Germans on 83, Brits to 88. The game is getting so close to the revelations. What is going to happen? Who is going to win? I still don't know, because this, like, this isn't a replay. This is like, there's no fast forward button to go into the future and see what players are doing. Although that would be a cool feature as well. Like, I have, you know, like, let's have fast forward beyond the game. The Firefly. This isn't the Firefly. This is just a regular Sherman. What's this doing on the battlefield? There's a Stu 42 which could take this out. The main gun has been damaged on that. I think that was the 37 which was firing shots at that. Incoming Stu shot, and look at that, takes out the track. Couldn't have gone more betters. Incoming an AT grenade from the paratrooper. He's going to level up so hardcore from this kill. And booyah! Engine damage, which is now should be on fire and burns out. Bamboozled though, getting out of the tank, crying, absolutely distraught that has happened to him. Well, don't send your tanks into... Oh, that looked nasty. Yeah, you should have bought a Cromwell, maybe. I don't believe that would really help you at all, if I'm going to be honest with you. Incoming more German infantries to try and seize this sector. Incoming a half-track full of commandos, though. This is looking epic. Lots of infantry action is what I like to see, and they're going to drop off on this side of the map. Surely this should just explode with a Stu 42, and then everyone will die. The 38 has been neutralized on the hill as well, and everyone gets out of there and dies horrifically. It wasn't even funny. That was just a complete waste. Half-track, on the other hand, though, does manage to succeed in taking out one of the heavy machine guns. Incoming infantry to toss a grenade over there. It appears to be stuck on a rock, though. Not good at all. Our 37 was the one to fire. Yeah, it does have an angle on that, but only just, though. We got a Hummel back here. This has been in the game for quite a long time. It's getting quite daring at the moment, going this far up into the field. The Brits have put down a sandbag line. This is certainly going to help him. Hansi fantastically noticing that sandbags are always good all of the time, every time. I'm bashing my desks. That's going to make a sound on the microphone. In the meantime, we got a Luke's crushing infantry. A 2-pounder. What a steal. That's like treasure. No! No, it didn't happen. Do we have... Was that a mine or a... Someone's mad. Kid, why don't you 1v1 me, says paratroopers. Well, paratroopers, if you're going to 1v1 anyone, I want to be a part of it, because so far, like, this is an interesting, like, play on the left-hand side of the map. You abandoned our entire side, Mr. Vex. You can be OP at 5v5, blah, 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 blah. Good game. I think that is a surrender. I think that is a surrender for the Brits. But yeah, 1v1 is an entirely different game. For like it's very, very micro intensive. You're fighting literally on 3 points: left, mid, and center. Yeah, mid and center is now 2 entirely separate points. You see, this is mid, and this is center, and this is mid. Of course, center means directly the center of the map, which is this point here. So you see, there is a difference. But no, left, center, and right. And usually in 2v2 you'll go down to 2 points, and then in 3v3 you'll be down to 1 point. Like left 1 player, mid 1 player, right 1 player. It's simple mathematics. Unfortunately though, people don't realise that they can help out other players, which we saw in the last 5v5 by the way. And this game is about to end. The Germans in fact winning this. This wasn't a surrender for the Brits. No, it was a surrender from the Brits. The Germans win. Everybody gets to leave happy. I hope you and guys probably didn't enjoy this game as much as I wanted to enjoy this, and shout it out really big loud on top of my lungs, because there were some fantastic moments in that one. But like I said, 5 AM these games go on, so I guess we'll be doing some more Men of War. Let's see if we can get that 1v1 rocking. I'm Inuki.